Senator Sanders, I do want to be clear here. You're saying that you never told Senator Warren that a woman could not win the election.
That is correct.
Senator Warren, what did you think when Senator Sanders told you a woman could not win the election?
I know that I can, 'cause I know who I am. Since the day I was born, I am Nyghtstorm. I know that I can, 'cause I know who I am. Since the day I was born, I am Nyghtstorm.
Okay. I'm taking a break from filming another project right now, but I had to put my comments on this most recent Democrat debate that we just had the other day in January. It's the last one until the Iowa caucuses. And only thing I can say is it was disgusting. Now I did fall asleep on it several times, but let's be honest here. What we saw was a strategic attack by the media and their partners on the Democrat Party, the mainstream Democrats, to systematically character assassinate Bernie Sanders. Now, I am not a Sanders supporter. We do not share ideologies. We are not on the same political spectrum. But I'm gonna tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this is dangerous. This is Elizabeth Warren, the sweetheart darling of the mainstream Democrat Party. You know, Hillary Clinton .2, who's supposed to be a progressive, who's supposed to be standing for the people against the establishment. But she decided, and let's just hold back. Let's rewind for a minute, because she accused Bernie of saying something well over a year ago. And she decided to put it in a pocket and hold on to it until a specific time when she felt that she needed. But what we saw on that debate stage from the CNN moderators was, I will dare say it again, disgusting. They asked Bernie specifically, they said, did you say to Elizabeth Warren that a woman cannot become president? And Bernie specifically replied and said, no, I did not say that. Not even 3 seconds go by. 1, 2, 3. The moderator immediately pivots from Sanders and asks Elizabeth Warren, how did you feel when, not if, but when Bernie said that to you, that a woman cannot be president? Right now, ladies and gentlemen, you just saw it right there. The fix is in against Bernie. Just like in 2016 when they took it from him and he humbly endorsed Hillary Clinton, which was a huge mistake. But even before that, he was pushing the same Elizabeth Warren, pushing her to say, hey, why don't you run? Why don't you run against Hillary Clinton? Why don't you be the progressive voice? As I said, I am not a progressive. I am not a Democrat. I am a conservative. I am a Trump supporter. But right is right and wrong is wrong. And this was an attack on the character of Bernie Sanders. And it was in conjunction with the media and the establishment Democrats. It's been this way for a long time. And this is why so many people are walking away from the Democrat Party, because of this garbage, this identity politics. And I will destroy you by falsely accusing you to make sure I destroy you in order to give myself a chance to win. This is wrong. This is wrong. And if I had any semblance of respect for Elizabeth Warren before, I have none now. Because, like I said, this so-called conversation, ladies and gentlemen, was had well over a year ago. and she had absolutely nothing to say. She wasn't bothered in any kind of way. Like I said, she put it in her pocket, okay? And she held on to it, and she walked around with it, been friends with Bernie as long as it was an advantage for her. But as soon as she started losing in the polls in Iowa, because we all know just how important Iowa is, as soon as she started losing and Bernie began getting ground and he started defying the odds against the mainstream media, and as he rose and Biden fell and she began to fall, then all of a sudden he is a sexist. Let me pull this out of my pocket and boom, here you go, CNN.
I think you called me a liar on national TV.
What?
I think you called me a liar on national TV.
Let's not do it right now. You want to have that discussion, we'll have that discussion. You called me. You told me. All right, let's not do it now.
I don't want to get in the middle of it. I just want to say hi.
And the awful thing is, at the end of the debate, and this is why I feel that they are in partnership. I can't prove it, but what I saw was very, very, very specific. The camera was following Elizabeth Warren. If you go back and look at it, the camera followed her while she was walking to Bernie, and she had a hot mic. Now, the other people did not have hot mics, okay? But she specifically did for some reason. And she walked over to Bernie, and Bernie did the class thing. He's a classy guy. Whether I agree with his politics or not, I don't. But he did the thing that anyone should do after a debate. He extended his hand to shake her hand, and she did this. And she immediately went on the attack and said, "You called me a liar." And he was like, "Wait a minute, hold on. We don't have to do this, but you actually called me a liar." And folks, he walked away. And this is why you do not be a champion for this identity politics, this woke culture, this cancel culture of these people. Because let me tell you something, you may be cheering on the destruction and the burning down of the house of Bernie by calling him a sexist and whatever. But what are you gonna do when the same woke culture comes to counsel you? What you gonna do when the same people that you rah-rah for and say burn it down, cancel them, destroy them, besmirch their name? What are you gonna do when they come after you? Everybody on the left in the mainstream that uses identity politics, all these politicians that use that want to sit here and pit black versus white, male versus female, gay versus straight, religious versus atheist, everybody who want to sit here and do that. What you gonna do when they turn against you? Then all of a sudden, you're gonna see the light and say, this is wrong. It's wrong. And I'm gonna say this one more time. I am not a fan of Bernie Sanders. I do not support Bernie Sanders. I don't think I could ever vote for Bernie Sanders. We don't have too many things in common on ideology or politically. But as a freaking human being, as a person, this was wrong. And I invite everybody to push back against this garbage. And like I said, there is a reason why people are walking away from the Democrat Party. There's some folks who may not even like Trump. They may not like him, but they hate what the party is doing, and they're going to vote for him just to show them, just like in 2016, that enough is enough. If you want to win on policy, win on ideas, win on things that you can uplift people with, win on things where you can inspire people, not destroy people. Or we just running against Trump. We have nothing, but we're going to run against Trump. Or we're going to sit here and destroy our political enemies by falsely accusing them. This is garbage, it's garbage, it's garbage. Elizabeth Warren, you need to be ashamed of yourself. And you are going to pay the price politically for this. The same person who lied about being a Native American to suit her purposes, to gain favor, to get stuff, you will fall. And everybody that subscribed to this garbage, that wants to launch false accusations against people, I don't care if you're Democrat or Republican, liberal, conservative, libertarian, independent, I don't care. You use this tactic, you will fall. So anyway, I want to say God bless you. And I dare to say, God bless Bernie Sanders, man. I don't know if he would ever shake my hand because I'm a Trump supporter. I don't know, maybe he would. But if I had the opportunity, I would shake his hand and say, that was wrong. I'm not voting for you. But you know something? God bless you anyway, brother. I got love for you anyway, brother. And no one should have to go through that, what you have gone through. And no one should go through what they putting the president through. Now you see what Trump is talking about. So Bernie bros, Bernie sisters, we can combine with Trump supporters, and we can take down the mainstream media and these mainstream candidates, and we can actually have our own debate and engage in our own ideas and let the people vote for whom they want as president, and not allow the establishment Democrats and the mainstream media to choose our leaders. So I love you. God bless you. I got to get back in here and film, and they're probably wondering, where is YG at? So I need to get back in here and get back to work. But I love you. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Mwah.